to Duck TV Sports. I'm Haley Bricker.
And I'm Matt Palma. Tonight's episode is jam-packed with content. We will take a look at football, soccer, volleyball, and even some men's basketball.
The Ducks football team had a nail-biting victory last Thursday against the Arizona State Sun Devils and won in triple overtime, 61-55. Both teams must have forgotten how to play defense because it was an offensive showdown between the unranked Pac-12 schools. In the last 23 seconds of the fourth quarter, Vernon Adams Jr. made a game-changing throw to Dwayne Stanford, tying up the game 41-41 and sending the teams into overtime. Both teams struggled to end the game, but it was Aaron Springs who finished the game with an interception in Arizona State's end zone.
The Ducks look to continue the team's two-game win streak as the Ducks get ready for the team's homecoming game against the Cal Golden Bears this Saturday at Autzen Stadium. Now, we have Emma Childs in the studio to bring you an analysis on this upcoming game. Emma, what can we expect?
Thanks, Matt. The Oregon Ducks football team beat the Arizona State Sun Devils in Tempe this past Thursday, winning in an eventful triple overtime, coming away with 61 points on the board and Arizona State with 55 points, a higher scoring game than the last time the Oregon men's basketball team beat Arizona State. Oregon had 59 points and Arizona State had 56. This Saturday, the Ducks are playing the University of California Golden Bears. The Ducks hold a 6-game winning streak over Cal, including the last 3 wins here in Eugene. This game is important as Oregon stays alive for the Pac-12 title and a chance to go to the Rose Bowl. We will see if they can fend off Cal and move the team's record to 6-3, as the Ducks currently sit at 5-3 and 3-2 in conference play. Cal's overall record is now 5-3 with a 2-3 mark in Pac-12 play. Keep an eye on Braylon Addison and Dwayne Stanford during this game. Vernon Adams Jr. was challenged but managed to fend off Arizona State's blitzing defense. This leaves us questioning if he can fend off Cal's defense. Cal's quarterback Jared Goff is the 14th Pac-12 quarterback to break 10,000 passing yards and is tied for 13th for most touchdown passes. He will be a challenge for Oregon's struggling secondary. Ducks will need Royce Freeman's consistency during the game, with him just breaking 1,000 rushing yards and averaging 6.7 rushing yards a carry. You can check in and follow us on Twitter at Duck TV Sports to stay updated during the game. And that wraps up this week's football analysis. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Emma. The women's soccer team snapped the team's 7-game losing streak as the Ducks beat the Washington Huskies in overtime with a score of 1-0. Prior to the University of Washington game, the Ducks lost to the Washington State Cougars with a score of 2-1 after the Ducks sacrificed a penalty kick in the second half to give the Cougars its second goal. The Ducks season was not what the team expected, as the Ducks are currently 5-13 overall and 2-8 in conference play, with one final game remaining against Oregon State.
This past Sunday was senior night for the women's soccer team as they said goodbye to 5 seniors. Reporter Cale Newton has more on the story. Cale?
Oregon women's soccer team sent their 5 seniors home with a victory in their final home game against the Washington Huskies. We went and talked to the seniors about the season, the team, and moving forward.
Everyone sees Marissa coming around the backside and just gets a touch on it, and I think my heart literally stopped. And the next thing I know, I don't even remember running out there. It was just, I was on the side of the field, and then the next thing I was picking Marissa up.
I mean, it's definitely mixed emotions. I'm a 5th-year senior, so I've invested a lot into this program, and it's going to be really hard saying goodbye.
I can't stop smiling. I'm really trying to stay focused. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Like I said, I would have looked back on this season happy regardless, because the atmosphere and the team chemistry that we've changed, the culture is just completely different. So as a team, we've made so many steps. It's like, inside we know that, and now everybody else can also start to see that as well. So.
Yeah, we have some great freshmen right now, some good freshmen coming in, and hopefully us seniors have done our job and left a good legacy behind for people to work off of.
I really think we just needed one, and we needed not only for this season but looking at the next season.
Hard work, grit, and just never giving up.
Sarcastic, energetic, and a family.
Hard work, family, and passion.
Crazy. I mean, crazy, family, and we all care for each other, and I think that's bigger than soccer, which is awesome.
The win for the Ducks marks the end of a difficult season for the Ducks, but a fantastic career for 5 amazing players. That's all for us now here at Pape Field. With Duck TV Sports, I'm Cale Newton. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Cale. It was a rough weekend on the road for the Oregon Ducks women's volleyball team, as the Ducks are now an unranked Pac-12 team. On Friday, it was a tough loss for the Ducks as the team played Utah and lost 3-1. It got a little better on Saturday when the Ducks traveled to Boulder and barely defeated the Colorado Buffaloes 3-2. Oregon won the first set 25-22 with 18 kills and lost the second and third set by a few points. The Ducks were able to make a comeback and win the fourth and fifth set, ending the game with 76 total kills, 17 of which came from Martine Benendorf and 16 from Taylor August.
Looking ahead, the Ducks look to build some momentum as the team takes on the Bay Area schools at Matthew Knight Arena. On Thursday, the Ducks take on the number 12 ranked Stanford Cardinal, and on Sunday, play the 9-13 California Golden Bears. Senior Martine Bettendorf continues to be a threat and a leader for the Ducks as she helped bring the team above the 500 mark, an important mark to make the team eligible for postseason play.
Switching over to men's basketball, before the Ducks start off the season, the team plays its second exhibition game against the Southern Oregon Red Raiders on Sunday here in Eugene at 6 p.m.
Heading to Matthew Knight Arena, the men's basketball team looks to continue its 6th straight year of having 20 or more wins without star player Joseph Young. We had our very own JC Shanae take it to the street and ask University of Oregon students their opinions on this upcoming season. JC?
With the halfway point for the Oregon Ducks football season behind us, and the quickly approaching Oregon Ducks basketball season set to start on November 13th, we here at Duck TV are interested in knowing how students feel about the upcoming change in season. What are your thoughts about the upcoming basketball season?
I think we have a lot of room to grow. I heard we got a bunch of good recruits, and I'm pretty excited to see what becomes of that, so I have high hopes.
I'm really excited for it. Heard that we got some new guys coming in. The transfer guy was supposed to be really good, and I think it should be a really, really great season for us.
You know what? I think we're going to have a great team this year. I'm really excited to see how the recruits play out. But I think we're going to have a strong team, and I know we have great chemistry, so I know that's a huge part of it all.
What are the Ducks' chances of going to the tournament?
Maybe this year we might not be that strong, but it's definitely going to be a close one, and next year we're definitely going to make it. So I'm hoping that we do make it this year.
Yeah, definitely a building season, probably. But, anything can happen. It's the top 64 teams in the country, right? So, yeah, it could definitely happen.
I feel that Oregon basketball is in a good spot this year, so I think that they will make it to the tournament.
As a Duck fan, I have to say that I think we always have a great shot at it. You never know how it's going to play out, and let's just hope for the best. Go Ducks.
Do you think we have found someone to step up and fill Joe Young's shoes?
I think we do. I think there's a lot of guys that can step up this year.
I think they have the good young talent to replace him and make up for his loss.
With a strong recruiting class, as well as returners Elgin Cook, Dwayne Benjamin, and Dylan Brooks, the Ducks hope to return back to the NCAA tournament this year. Reporting to you from Matthew Knight Arena, I'm JC Shanae. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, JC. That's all we have in store for you tonight on this week's episode of Duck TV Sports. Take a look at our website for all coverage on Oregon athletics, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at Duck TV Sports for all the latest and upcoming news. I'm Haley Bricker.
And I'm Matt Palma. Stay cozy, Eugene.